Hello, my darlings. Mleshida here. Welcome to this reading where we're going to be taking a look at the important aspects of your relocation or of your potential relocation. I'm going to be taking a closer look at the time aspects, the opportunities, possibilities, things that could go right, things that could go wrong, and just the overall energy surrounding this potential or already planned move. Now, two options for today's reading. Option number 1 with an amethyst and option number 2 with clear quartz. See which one your heart is calling out to. Don't overthink it, and let's go ahead and begin. My amazing option number 1, and welcome to your reading, guys. If you were drawn to the amethyst, get comfy. Let's go ahead and get started. So as I'm shuffling the cards, I want you to say your name out loud or in your head, and I also want you to think about the place that you have on your mind, yeah? City, country. All right. Energy check-in for you, my amazing option number 1. You want a family. You want a family, and I feel for quite a few of you, you might have heard in a lot of pick card readings that you're going to meet your future spouse while traveling, that you're going to meet your future spouse in a foreign maybe environment. Maybe your future spouse is actually a foreigner as well. But what I'm saying is that right now, whatever it is that you're doing, you're driven by that desire to form a family, to form a union, to be happy, to maybe have children, to settle down, to maybe go somewhere where there's more sun, when there's more warmth, there are more perspectives, and overall the energy of abundance with all of those little acorns is also quite attractive when we're talking about you, my darlings. You are incredibly precise. Incredibly precise. Your mind is sharp. Even if you feel like you're having brain fog, you're still sharper than the majority of people that you know. The card of justice talks about you coming to a realization that you have finished some sort of important cycle in your life. You've learned your karmic lessons. You're not ready to put up with any BS from anybody else. And for you, it's incredibly important honesty, fairness, and I want to say being in a place where you have rights. I don't know why that came through like this, guys, but it is what it is. Some of you could be Libras, and I feel for a lot of you, what you want is an official relationship. Yeah, so not boyfriend and girlfriend, not just living together. You want things to be official. You want things to have documents. For some of you, like I said, you could be moving for marriage, or you could be moving or considering moving, relocating because of a person you might already know. Because this is a general reading, I have to mention all of the possible energies. I wouldn't say that right now you feel too stable when it comes about this move, when it comes about life, the hangman. You might have to sacrifice quite a few things in order to save money, in order to get the documents. And you tend to be a little bit doubtful. If we're being completely honest over here, my lovely option number 1, you might be afraid of illusions, like what it's like in your head, what it's like in reality. You're very afraid of being stabbed in the back again, whether by the officials, whether by your partner, whether by just life itself. There's this strong energy that's also coming from a place where you've been struggling for so long in your life. There's something deep inside of you that wants to hope things are going to turn out for the better, but you're also doubting yourself. You're like, am I lying to myself, thinking that things are going to get better for me? Or, so I wouldn't say that you're 110% sure about this move. I wouldn't. But there's a lot of hope, and you feel some sort of calling, you feel some sort of longing. So 3 major arcanas came through over here, 2 minor arcanas. The major arcanas are, I want to say they are more on the positive side. I'm not going to take the hangman into consideration over here. because it feels like it's a transitioning energy for you. It's a transitioning energy for you. Okay, and that sounds like you. And by the way, Aquarius energy as well. Aquarius energy, it's coming through quite strongly. All right, if that sounds like you, keep on watching. So I'm going to take this step by step, my amazing option number 1. And I want to take a look at what's the overall energy, yeah, of your move or of your potential move. What's the overall energy? How is it going to resonate or not resonate with your soul? Let's see. Oh, bless my darlings. It's difficult for you to trust. It's difficult for you to trust the process. I'm going to say something, and it might not resonate with everybody, but it's as if you might be going to a place you were planning to go to, maybe with an ex or, somebody important. Maybe it hasn't worked out before. Maybe there was some sort of delay or rejection before, because there's a lot of rejection. There's this beautiful energy where you want to be accepted. And you might be choosing to go to a particular place to feel that acceptance. You're incredibly beautiful with a slightly fragile belief. The thing is, you guys might think that you're fragile at the moment, but it's just this energy of being able to experience emotions on a different level. But the truth of the matter is, you're actually much stronger than a lot of people are. Much stronger. But because of that rejection trauma, you're like, am I going to fit in? Am I going to get accepted? Am I going to find the right person? Will a particular relationship work out? Will I be safe? There's like 1,000,001 question. But you're so much stronger than you think you are. It's unbelievable. She who brings light. A lot of people try to dim your light. But when we're talking about this move, when we're talking about this relocation, your light goes back on. And you're going to be surrounded by people that are going to enjoy this light, that are going to accept you for it, that are going to love you for it. It's not going to be everybody. But you will find your people. This is quite interesting. And there's some sort of energy that talks about feeling lighter. So you might notice changes when it comes to your body. You might, if you tend to get bloated, if you tend to get water retention, maybe if you have excess weight that you're not comfortable with, there's this energy of being lighter. It's as if all systems are running well. All systems are balanced out. And you feel lighter. And it might be, again, a place where you don't have to wear big, heavy coats, where you don't have to cover up so much. And this is, again, it's a very subtle, soft, yet powerful energy. They're telling me that the main energy, I know I say like energy about 50 times in my readings, guys, but I'm trying to convey a message over here. So overall, it feels like, I want to say spring. It feels like spring. Like after a long winter, that feeling of spring comes in, where everything starts blossoming, where everything starts blooming. And there's no need for conflict. There's no internal conflict, or there's very little of that internal conflict in that place. What is your true and underlying motivation if they want to add something to the 10 of Cups that came through earlier? Let's see if there's any other aspect of the motivation. Because the first motivation, like I said, it was family, it was relationships, it was settling down. Let me see if there's any other underlying motivation that you need to be aware of. Walking away from harshness. It's, again, the Hangman, walking away from harshness. I feel for a lot of you, you understood that some people, they can't be convinced otherwise. They can't be changed, they can't be healed by your love, or they can't be, you know what I mean? You're not their therapist, unless you actually are their therapist. But it's this energy where you've become wiser. You've become wiser, and you sacrificed a lot of things to try and make ice warm. You know what I mean? Ice is cold. When ice is warm, it's no longer ice. It's water, or it's steam, depending on how warm it is. But here you've been trying to do the impossible with a lot of people. You've been trying to make the ice warm. Of course, the ice is going to protect itself, because if it's not solid, it's not ice anymore. But you sacrificed a lot of things trying to make somebody's life better with a lot of disregard for your own. And that's okay, because now you're waking up. Now you are in this energy where let me follow this light, yeah? Let me follow my own calling. Okay. You know what, honestly, option number 2, there's so much sweetness and compassion within you. If you could feel the energy that I'm feeling right now that's coming from you, it's just being in the right place. For you, being in the energy of conflict, in the energy of having to defend yourself, in the energy of constantly having to defend your boundaries, it's so difficult. It's so difficult. You're just not really built for it. Like you can handle it, but it drains you to the point of, disbelief. All right, so let's see. What are you leaving behind or completing in your current location? Once more, it's as if a lot of you're giving yourself a second chance. You're giving yourself a second chance because for the majority of you, what I'm seeing is what you're leaving behind is something you tried to rebuild, but in the wrong place. What you're leaving behind is a lot of fears. I want to say again, I'm not trying to trigger you guys, but you with your beautiful heart, you were quite traumatized by things that happened to you in your life, but also by the things that are happening around you. So you might be influenced by certain conflicts that are going on in the world. And there's no feeling of safety. So here I'm literally seeing spiritually, psychologically, not being able to be in that energy that makes you thrive. So you might have been in survival mode for so long, you no longer realize that you're in a survival mode. And this is what you're leaving behind. I want to say anxiety. I want to say fear of the future. And the chance, the idea that you have a chance to make ice warm, guys, honestly. The chance that you might get acceptance from somebody who isn't capable of loving you by loving them a lot. Doesn't work like that. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the practical aspects of your move, the finances. So, the financial situation. Within the 6 months of you guys moving, the financial situation, how are you going to hope? Hope? How are you going to cope? Because we know how you're going to hope. You're going to hope with all your heart. Let's see how you're going to cope with finances. You're going to be fine. There's so many fears over here, guys. If you're relocating for work, although for you, option number 1, I didn't see a lot of energy that would indicate this, but Might, for some of you. For some of you, why not? For some of you, why not? Could be work as well. Anyways, I'm seeing a lot of fear again. The thing is, you are going to come overly prepared. Yeah, you're going to have a stash of money, I don't know, in your sock, in your bra, hidden somewhere. You're going to have a spare account somewhere. You might end up, if you do have an apartment or a house, you might end up renting it out, so you have some sort of passive income. You're going to be more than fine. Especially if you're worried about the rent prices, especially if you're worried about the living expenses, you're going to be fine. And the only thing that they show me over here to be careful is not to cut out the connections, because you might be hyper-focused when it comes to money, when it comes to stability. They're telling me that it might maybe make you feel like you want to withdraw from social interactions because you're going to be preoccupied with your finances, with your security, with your stability. But here they're showing me, as a matter of fact, your finances. I don't know, especially if you're relocating with children or with pets, with like this additional expenses. And because what's coming through over here is that money also comes to you through connections. Through connections, through networking. Those could be money that you could simply save. Not necessarily somebody who gives you money, but somebody who's able to give you the information that can save you money, can save you a lot of money. Overall, my darlings, overall, if I'm being completely honest, you might not see all of the expenses that come with this relocation just yet. And this is what they're saying. Look, you can spend a little bit more by hiring help, by hiring somebody to do something for you, and it will save you a lot of nerves, it will save you a lot of anxious energy, it will save you time, and just not get you into this energy of like, oh my God, what have I done? So that's incredibly important. But overall, I'm seeing stability. Overall, I'm just seeing that there are going to be unexpected expenses, but you're still going to be fine. You're still going to be fine. Let's go ahead and see how your career and your professional life is going to evolve. In the new environment. Damn, on top of the world. On top of the world. So if you're working through the internet, guys, you're going to expand. There's this energy of people being attracted to whatever it is that you're selling, whatever it is that you're offering. If your job actually involves traveling more, the same thing. The same thing, expansion, opening up of new horizons, communicating with different people. Here what I'm seeing is beautiful energy of expansion, beautiful energy of being able to make money in the long term. Look at this. They're saying you're going to be worried about money, but as a matter of fact, in this particular place, in this particular location, oh my days, you are actually going to be likely to save up for a house, buy an additional house. Yes, it might take some time. For some of you, it might take up to 7 years. But here, what you're buying, trust me, it's not a one-bedroom. Yeah, it's something big. It's something good. For some of you, although it's not being shown over here just yet, this could be marrying a very wealthy partner, and quite possibly collaborating with your partner in one way or another. But see, you're quite afraid. You're quite afraid. Oh my days. That rejection trauma, guys, they're saying it's not going to stand in the way of you creating a family, because you will. Again, the 10 of Cups. But it's just going to make things a little bit more difficult for you. Thankfully, what I'm seeing over here is that you will have a partner who is going to be very solid, and present, consistent. But again, they keep on saying with the star, there's loads of hope. There's loads of hope. For some of you, you could develop your blog, you could develop your YouTube channel, and it's going to skyrocket. It's going to skyrocket. Love it. Because when we're talking about your career, and when we're talking about your finances and opportunities long term, very good chance, a very good chance. What should you be mindful of regarding logistics, regarding paperwork? Just a quick advice, that you need to keep in mind. And savings. They keep on saying make sure you've got savings and in different places, preferably. So different bank accounts. Make sure you got some cash. Make sure you got, if you have somebody you can really trust, you can send them some money or leave some money with them, just in case something goes wrong, and they can send the money back to you a little bit later on. So it's about not putting all of your eggs into one basket when it comes to money, when it comes to stability, and making sure, if you can, something that creates passive income, even if it's a little thing, And just kind of holding yourself together when it comes to expenses. And I don't know why I'm seeing somebody going like, oh, you know what, F it, I'm just going to go shopping, I'm going to prepare for the trip, new life, new me, new clothes, new everything. They're saying, no, please don't do that. Please stay cool, calm, and collected. You don't need a 25th dress. I don't know, maybe you do, but you can get it later, All right, let's talk about socials. Let's talk about emotions, Social life, support system. When we're talking about this new location. Social life, support system. Show me. Well, you're not going to trust people over here, are you? Again, a little bit of a rejection thing. But you know what? I keep on talking about rejection, but you guys actually have a really good filter. So when we're talking about protecting yourself, there is going to be somebody who's going to try and take a mickey out of you. There is going to be somebody who will try to charge you more. It could be a taxi driver. It could be the delivery service. Like when the foreigners, especially when we're talking about different countries, they don't know the customs. In a lot of countries, we do have that thing. It is what it is, right? But I like the fact that you have the filter, you have the knowledge. You're like, you know what? Who do you think you're messing with? Do you think I was born yesterday? I'm new to the city. I'm not new to the life. So there's this energy where at the beginning, somebody's going to try and cheat you out of the money, but it's little things. It's not like, rob you. No. But here with the Seven of Wands, you got a nice filter. You're keeping people at an arm's distance. So you're winning over here. You're definitely winning over here. The devil was at the bottom of the deck. And then I shuffled the cards and it was still coming out. So what's the happy haps over here? Guys, try not to follow the same pattern. There is going to be a temptation. I'm going to be honest with you. Your filter is good, but there's going to be a temptation to fall back into old dynamics. Either your ex is going to try and call you, either you're going to get maybe in this state of mind where you're afraid and you want to go back. The devil is going to tempt you to leave. This might be a moment, this might be lasting for a couple of days. The maximum what I'm seeing is that maybe a couple of weeks. But this is also because in one way or another, you're going to miss the old place, especially if you're moving to a different country. And that's a completely normal adaptation process. Completely normal. So I'm not going to lie over here, guys. You are going to take some time to create deep, meaningful connections in a new place. They are definitely being shown over here. There are definitely going to be connections that come, I want to say, almost for life for some of you. But I do see a lot of clowns over here, married people that will try to start an affair with you. I do see people who are going to try and get your money out of you, but it's okay. Like literally, they're telling me it might sound bad, but it's the reality. It's the reality of this particular place, that once you you get out of this, you're going to be more than fine. But the first thing is like the first couple of weeks, a little bit difficult. But you're also, again, they keep on saying it's winning. So apart from feeling like you want to drop all of this and leave, there's also going to be the times when you're like, they tried to fool me, but they didn't fool me. They didn't fool me. Good stuff. Go me. Yay. Right? So it's this energy where it's going to be, at the beginning, at least it's going to be a little bit challenging. But then look at this. Then you meet your significant other, or, like I said, if you're traveling with somebody, you either get married or you either get engaged over here. Because the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Wands, you're going to be chopping off the cojones of anybody who comes in with ill intentions. You're like, I'm looking for love, I'm looking to settle down, I'm looking for marriage, I'm looking for loads and loads of things. But you see, the Eight of Cups came through twice, guys. You're going to be very tempted to leave. You're going to be very tempted because you might be triggered by that trauma of rejection. And you might think that this place is rejecting you. And they're saying, look, it's nothing personal. It's not about you. And they do this to everybody. So they're saying, be careful so that you don't take it as a sign that this is not your place, that this is not working out for you. No, it's just the reality where people are trying to make money any way they can. Because here I'm seeing things are working out really nicely. Really nicely. And they're telling me eventually you might leave your job and either, this is for my ladies obviously, and become a mother, if this is what you truly want. You're still going to have some sort of passive income. So you're not being put in a dependable situation. But like I said, for some of you, I feel like there's a very financially strong partner that comes in that's going to be able and willing to protect and provide. And you are going to have your little thing on the side. Maybe that's not going to be so little anymore, but it brings you money anyways. And here you'll be thinking, okay, do I want to leave my job? Am I okay? But I'm saying that, in this place that you can stay potentially very long term. Very long term. Will you eventually feel like you're at home? So the period of adaptation is a little bit rocky, but I don't see anything too bad. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Will you feel at home? Then look at how excited you get. Look at how excited you get. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this. When we're talking about the particular city, I'm seeing some sort of movement. Not necessarily to another city or country, but maybe city, yes. Maybe city, yes. Because they're saying that there's going to be something that sparks your interest. It's either that you're going to end up living in a place that maybe gets too noisy at night, or there's going to be some sort of construction that starts happening and you'll be like, I'm not having any of this. Because there is something that you're still not 100% too happy about. So you might experiment with different cities But when it comes to relocation to a certain country, I see you being there long term. But location-wise, within the country, you might want to explore. Overall, I am getting the feeling of home over here with the Six of Cups, but it's not so much about the location, it's more about the people. It's more about the people, although it's a combination of the two. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the timing. Now, because this is a general reading, guys, I will have 3 options for the timing. I want you to see which one you're mostly drawn to. Option number 1, option number 2, option number 3. When it comes to the timing, whether we're talking about this move or whether we're talking about changes that have to do with the move. Anyways, option number 1, option number 2, option number 3. Ready? Let's go. Option number 1. After taking a different path. Interesting. So this could be talking about after you maybe choose a different visa option. After you might choose, again, if you're choosing between 2 cities, 2 countries, they're saying maybe you need to explore a different location first. Option number 2, when you turn around. Option number 2, you know, was I making a reading for you when it comes to coming back? Whether you should go back home or not. Because here they're telling me when you decide to face the future, it's interesting. I'm going to pull out one more card for you because I do want to get a little bit more specific with you. They're saying now, you can start the process now, but it's an internal decision. It's an internal decision. You're saying, like they're saying, look, now is the best moment. You can start the process now, but you have to make a decision inside of you. Option number 3. Oh, look at this, within this month, might already be in the process. Your documents might be in the process, or within this month, you're going to start the process of relocation. Yeah? Okay, my amazing option number 1. That's what I see for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated. Please let me know your likes, comments. They help me out a lot. They help the channel out a lot. So I appreciate it. If you're up for a personal read, all you gotta do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this video. And do check my Patreon page out with over 250 exclusive videos, additional discounts, and much, much more. All right, my darlings, take care of your beautiful selves now. Bye. My amazing option number 2. If you guys were drawn to the clear chords, hi and welcome to your reading. Get comfy. Let's go ahead and get started. So as I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out loud or in your head, and also think about a particular place where you would like to go. Yes. Or where you're planning to go. Maybe you're already in the process. All right, let's do a little bit of an energy check-in. So you guys can make sure that this is the right reading for you. 6 Pentacles. Disappointed with not being given enough money. Disappointed with not being appreciated. You know you deserve more. You know you could make more. You know it's time for a glow up. You're also somebody who's highly intuitive. Incredibly intuitive with the High Priestess. I wouldn't say that you're an open book to a lot of people. You tend to maybe keep a lot of things to yourself. You don't trust people easily. You have a secret stash of money somewhere. And you're ready to level up. A lot of feminine energy is coming through for you. A lot of feminine energy. And also what I'm seeing, and this is for my lovely gentleman as well, this desire for a better living. There is an air of sophistication about you. So for you, it's not so much about the quantity, it's very much about the quality of the food, of the environment, of the air, of the working conditions, of the living conditions. So you might really be disappointed with the environment that you find yourself in, simply because you have outgrown it, simply because you are now ready to experience things that are more resonant with you. You look younger than you actually are. You might have at this moment be going through or just finished separation, emotional separation with your parents, or with a particular location that has a lot of nostalgia, that has a lot of memories. And it doesn't matter how old you are, we all separate emotionally from our parents at different ages. You might not even have realized that you've been so attached to their perspective, to the particular patterns. And I think it's this move, it also has to do with exploration of you, with you finding yourself, with you finding your home, with you, I want to say, following your inner bliss, following your inner bliss. You might have a lot of fire in your chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. They're telling me that you're somebody who's incredibly strong, but it's good and it's not so good from one perspective, because it tells me that you had to be strong from when you were younger, from when you were little. And there isn't a lot of childhood energy that I'm seeing over here in the time when it had to be there. So maybe you were highly responsible, emotionally unavailable parents, where you had to be the adult before it was time for you to be the adult. If that sounds like you, my amazing option number 2, stick around. Let's go ahead and take a look at your relocation. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take a look at the overall energy of your potential or your planned move to a particular city, to a particular country. The overall energy. How is it going to affect you? Which aspects of you it's going to bring out? She who aches. Oh, yeah. Sadness, solitude, silent, withdrawal. You know what? It's going to rock your world. Because you are going to find warmth, you're going to find compassion, you're going to find surprises. It's that internal loneliness and that feeling of being orphaned, although I know some of you are actually orphans. They're telling me that this move brings surprises. Surprises to what the world has to offer. And I do feel, for some of you, you might come from a place where there's a lot of snow. And the overall, I want to say, the mentality is very depressive. The mentality comes from a place where you had to survive. Those who need to understand will understand. So the overall energy is the surprise of the life that can be very free, that can be incredibly liberating, that can be completely different, a completely different lifestyle, a completely different spectrum of feelings. But what I'm seeing is that you're freeing yourself. So literally you could be relocating from a country or from a state of mind. Because for some of you, what I'm seeing is you might already have left a particular country, went to another country, and then from this country, you're going to go to another country. But you're liberating yourself from a particular place or a particular state of mind that has been passed on by the genes to you, yeah? By your parents, your great-parents, your great-great-parents. And you're going to a more liberal place. For some of you, if you're somebody who prefers the same gender relationships, yeah, maybe in a place where you didn't have the opportunity to build your love life the way that you wanted to, because it was frowned upon or forbidden or whatever. But either way, what I'm seeing is a lot of energy of liberation, of freedom, of surprises, of discoveries. And this is going to bring a lot of internal freedom for you as well. To create, to shine your light upon people, to reach certain heights, to finally understand your true worth and the power that comes from being in a place that doesn't constantly bring you down, from a system that constantly brings you down and tries to control you. A very brave move for you, a very brave move. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at the true underlying reason, if it's going to be different from what we have already seen. Let me grab a different deck for this one. Option number 2, the more I do your reading, the more I realize the amount of difficult things you had to go through, most probably by yourself. So the true underlying reason, the true underlying motivation, whether known or unknown, for this relocation or possible relocation. You want freedom. See, walking away. It's like you signed the contract with the devil. Those could be talking about emotional ties. Those could be talking about, again, not feeling free. Being stuck with some sort of contract that doesn't work for you. Finally having an opportunity. The world wants you to see different aspects. Different doors, different neighborhoods, different flavors, different colors, different relationships dynamic. And it has to do with love. I want to say you're guided by the angel of love. Love for yourself, where you create a better life for yourself. Love that will come from others. Love, I want to say again here, love is love. Whomever you choose to love, however you choose to love. It's a freedom of love. Freedom of self-expression. Freedom from feeling like you're stuck in a cage. Whether it's a mental cage, whether it's a very restrictive environment, whether it's a small city. I hear as you're listening to this, you're like, I want to believe, but it's very difficult to believe. Because again, I feel like if you moved before, you might have expected one thing, but were met with a completely different thing. So what are you leaving behind? What are you completing in your current location? I want to say nothing. I want to say nothing. It's as if it's time. You know it's time. You're leaving behind, I'm going to repeat myself really quickly, your inability to talk freely, your inability to earn money, your inability to show your wisdom, something that has to do with conflicts, roadblocks, constantly needing to wait, system that doesn't work for you, system that promises something but doesn't deliver. You're leaving behind conditional love. You're leaving behind like nothing that you would miss. Let me just put it that way. You're leaving behind this energy of having to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. So you're not leaving behind anything that you're going to miss. Let's talk about the practical and financial aspects of this move. What is your financial situation going to look like within the first 6 months of moving, of relocating? Are you going to be okay financially? Something that you need to know. First and foremost, you're going to take some time out to rest. It might not sound like you, but there's going to be this period where you're just going to chill out. Chill out. Now, I'm not going to scare you over here, guys, but for some of you, this relocation might drain you and you will just need some time to recover. You might get a little bit of a sniffles, yeah, you might get a little bit of a sore throat. So in order for this not to become like a full-blown flu or whatever, you're just going to rest. You're going to maybe take some time off of work over here. You'll be like, you know what? I need my me time. I need to rest. I need to readjust. Because you know how your nervous system works. You know what makes you calm. You know what makes you anxious. And here you're just kind of putting yourself together a little bit, waiting for your nervous system, for your brain, for your body to readjust, especially if you're going to a place that has a different climate. So here what I'm saying is that you're going to take some time out just to chill. Just to chill. And if you're relocating with children, or because there's this energy of a mommy, there's this energy of somebody who's a parent. You might also kind of maybe get somebody to help you with the children, to take some things off of your hands. Money-wise, you're going to be okay. Money-wise, they're showing me stability because of your amazing financial planning. You are very structured. My option number 2. You're very smart. You're very structured. I don't see any issues when it comes to finances. I see that you're going to double-check everything, that you're going to double-check the lease agreements, that you're going to double-check everything that needs to be double-checked, incredibly thorough. You might even take some time out, you might even have that extra cash after you've rested to kind of explore the area first, because I'm not seeing any issues that come with money. I'm not seeing any issues when it comes to, you're struggling with money. No, you have your safety deposit over here. You have some money to enjoy yourself with. And the next 6 months, this is the way that they're looking. Again, if you're traveling with somebody, they're going to be able to also help you out financially over here. No, money-wise, you're okay. But there's just this energy where, certain things you're going to find are a little bit more expensive maybe than in the previous place. Some things are cheaper, some things are more expensive. There might be days when you're like, oh my God, I thought I was wealthier than that. But then you bounce back. Because I'm seeing that right from the beginning, you start becoming more replenished. You start becoming... it's just this energy of feeling better and better and better and better. And once more, if you might have some sort of additional expenses, especially if you're traveling with kids or pets. But emotionally, I'm seeing that you're calm, you're cool. Might be missing somebody. Or again, if you're traveling with children or family members, they might take a little bit more time than you are to get assimilated into the new environment. But I do see this energy, of maybe questioning whether it was the right decision or not. Maybe, again, missing something. It's I don't know what you're going to miss. Maybe I don't know, your supermarket that you used to go to. But there's something a little bit that's being shown over here. Money-wise, they're telling me that you're going to be fine. It's more about maybe worries when it comes to fitting in. Let's see, your career, your professional life in a new environment. This is going to be especially interesting for those who are relocating for work. They keep on showing me stability. They keep on saying, you're fine. You're fine. You're safe. Look, you might feel like, oh, I'm struggling, I'm whatever. If you're working for yourself, guys, you might feel like there's a little bit of like less work or something. But I see this more as a fear, because you're completing your transition into freedom. So I see this, maybe for a couple of days, you might feel a little bit sad, a little bit scared, because you might see something is a little bit more expensive than you expected it to be. But afterwards, what I'm seeing is this amazing breakthrough, is this energy of moving forwards. And when it comes to your work, I'm seeing that you're getting back on track. You're getting back on track over here. There might be some sort of issue with transferring money. I don't know why that comes through. Of needing to maybe transfer money, like certain bank accounts not working or having difficulties with that. But again, it's something that can be solved. Because afterwards they're telling me there's this energy, of getting your money, of maybe purchasing a home or investing in something. So for example, if you sold your apartment or your car at home, there might be a little bit of a delay when it comes to transferring the money. You might have to kind of, work around a few things, but you figure it out. What should you be mindful of regarding logistics or paperwork? Let me see if they want to add anything to what I've already mentioned. Find balance over here. Find balance. You might not necessarily, again, it might not go, how do I put it? You will get to what it is that you want. You will get to what it is that you need. But there's this need and desire to balance things very carefully. Yeah? To balance things very carefully. There are going to be some difficulties there, especially with, like I said, it's something that has to do with transferring the money. Maybe getting the money, maybe getting some sort of delays, maybe certain payment systems work, other payment systems don't work. So it will take a little bit of time when it comes to figuring all of those things out. But apart from that, they're saying release the internal resistance, because there's a very big desire for you to go into the new, but there's also resistance of that new because you don't know how it's going to work out. Hopefully this reading brings you some clarity. All right, let's talk about the social aspect of your move, whether you're going to fit in, whether there's going to be some sort of cultural shock. Your social life, support system, love life at the new location. Let's see. They're telling me that you're going to sleep a lot. I don't know what it is, guys. Maybe you haven't been sleeping well lately and you just need to get some sort of sleep over here. Because once more, they're telling me that, you might not be necessarily too open to communication with others. You might need some time to just kind of chill out, get everything ready. The Page of Swords does talk about communication. The Page of Swords does talk about maybe first and foremost communicating with people that offer certain services, people that deal with documents, people that deal with figuring things out, answering the questions that you need answered. Afterwards, look at this. You're creating beautiful relationships. If you're single, ready to mingle, there's this energy of finding the right partner. There's this energy of going out and having fun. Three of Cups. It does talk about finding friends. If you're moving with your partner, if you're moving with your children, with other members of the family, it feels like it's actually bringing you closer together, and your children are going to be fine fitting into the new school, into the new community. It's all very also Six of Cups. Social, love life, it's all looking extra good. Extra good, guys. It's all good. Very good. Is it not too dark yet? No, I think we're fine. I'm recording in the evening, so I'm just making sure that there's still enough light. But when it comes to, again, social life, I don't see any issues whatsoever. The support system is there. The initial adaptation might be a little bit difficult, but only because, again, you're managing your energy levels. Not because you're rejected, not because somebody's giving you trouble. No, I don't even really see any issues with documents. No. It's just this feeling of taking the time out to really understand that the previous part of your life is really over. And they're saying when it comes to money, also don't worry about it, because you're going to get new ideas. You're going to get more energy. You're going to get more money. As a matter of fact, this is about your ascension and, again, liberation. This particular place, this particular connection, this particular experience. Let me see if you're going to truly feel at home in this place, whether permanently or temporarily. Not straight away. Afterwards, absolutely. But there is going to be a period of adjustment, guys. And again, they're saying if you want to sleep a lot during this time, it's okay. There's something about needing to catch up on sleep, to catch up on rest. But afterwards, they're telling me, yes, you're going to feel very much at home, because literally the card of Four of Wands, which is the card of home, came through. You might hit your jackpot over here with this particular place. Now, the next thing what I want to do, my amazing option number 2, is I want to take a look at the timing. But because this is a general reading, I'm going to make 3 options. Yeah, I'm going to give you 3 options for you to choose from. This could be the timing of your relocation, or this could be a significant timing that has to do with the process of your relocation. And this is option number 1. And this is option number 2. And this is option number 3. So take a minute, see which one you're mostly drawn to. If you picked option number 1, after you overcome the last trouble. So a lot of you might be in this energy of a couple of weeks left until I get the end of the contract, until like some sort of paperwork needs to be done. So I'm not saying too much of a long period. And I feel like a lot of you could also be in the process. So after you overcome the last trouble that has to do specifically with your decision for liberation, you're getting some sort of document, maybe some sort of document got mixed up. So not too long over here. Option number 2, beginning of next month, beautiful. So for some of you might be honestly putting in the application, you might start getting some sort of feedback, some sort of correspondence. You might even decide to spontaneously move if you don't need the visa or you don't need whatever. You might decide to go at the beginning of next month. And option number 3, after experiencing a temptation. Okay, this is very interesting. What's the temptation going to be? What's the temptation? The temptation not to go. Interesting. Because of your children, because of the past, because of maybe an ex-partner. You are going to decide over here. My lovely option number 3, you're going to decide, but I will pull out another card for you. Well, for some of you, look at this. Straight away, they're saying June. June. All right, my amazing option number 2. That's what I see for you when it comes to your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you're up for a personal reading, all you gotta do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this reading. All right, so I managed to finish this reading before it got too dark. And I'm wishing you all the best, my dears. Take care now. Bye.